Alright guys, so this will be like my first actual video I've done since I've been back, and I know I have a lot of games to catch up on and The Witcher. So, first off, I wanted to recap day 5. I didn't really make its own separate video because I didn't do much because I was so drunk, bro. Like, I was hecka drunk still from the day before. I went to Dave's Famous Barbecue again, and I watched To Your Eternity for like the rest of the day and sat in bed because I was hecka wasted and basically got ready to go back. So you didn't miss anything. Too fun, anyways. So I'm gonna rate all my experiences, not just the food, but all the experiences I had while I was in Arizona. S is like something that I would love to do again and would go out of my way to do again. A is something I'd definitely do again if it wasn't like super out of the way. B is like, yeah, I would still probably have a good time doing that. C, I'd rather probably not do that. And then D is like, that sucks. It's the worst, and I hated it. So, starting strong, we're going D with I feel it's fighting me. My flights there and back. It was done as like a 3 or 4 hour flight. It's not really American Airlines' fault, but I was in the middle both times, and like my arms were inside the armrest in the middle, and these people were still bumping me like the whole ride, going there and back. Back was a little bit better because I bought one of those neck cushion things that I've seen people have, and they are actually fantastic. And I had like a headset, so that was nice. So I didn't have to hear like the heavy breathing of my obese neighbors because like I don't know how you take like I literally gave you both armrest in the middle and you're still bumping me, you heavy inconsiderate people. But yeah, so that was honestly that was my mistake because I should have had like an up usually like I get an upgraded class because like I don't like people touching me. Like but I didn't this time for some reason. Oh well, I was saving money because I have a lot of things to do since I've been back, which is why I haven't done any videos. But yeah, that whole experience sucked. But I know better for next time. Jake's is a C. Um, and this is not counting the taco because like that's completely separate since I consider that its own event. But like Jake's, the employees there kind of sucked. They weren't super helpful. I can understand their burnout because of like having to deal with kids and be crowded all day. The guy that made the taco, that doesn't include the taco guy either. He's part of the taco event, the cotton candy taco. He's not part of the Jakes. The buffet wasn't that great. Besides the mac and cheese was good, but like the pizza and stuff like that wasn't for me. The VR was cool, but like just trying to get around to Jake's was kind of like a painful experience. It was cool because Sonic and his family was there, but like Jake's itself is not something I would go do by myself. The flight of mimosas, that's also actually, yeah, let's put that as C. It doesn't have enough alcohol. It doesn't taste good. The so the lady that sat me down that actually took the order for my meal that wasn't my waitress because my waitress sucked was awesome. The one that wasn't my actual waitress, the redheaded chick, the brown haired chick that was my actual waitress sucked. This was at Over Easy, by the way. Um, so the mimosas, like I said, it's like a morning drink, so they don't put much alcohol in it, and it actually tastes. None of them really tasted good. It was like 4 different flavors. It wasn't very good. Actually, let me zoom in a little bit better so you can see the pictures. I know they're like low quality, but Drunk Shakespeare was S. That was amazing. It was so much fun. The actors were like super nice. Like I said in my video, they were just all super friendly. The whole thing's like really interactive and the drinks were good. It's not a lot of alcohol, but the drinks themselves are expensive, but the whole experience was worth it. It was, and like really, you get the drinks to support the actors, which I definitely recommend. I would totally do that again. That was great. The hotel, this is Cambria in Chandler, Arizona. That gets an A. The reason why it doesn't get an S is because like the AC, I couldn't figure out how to get it below like it said it went down to 68, but it did not feel like 68. You know, when you like actually in a lesser hotel room, you get that big air conditioner and you can actually get your room cool. That was not the hotel. But like the room was huge. The staff was super friendly. The bar was amazing. That's a separate thing, so I'm not gonna bring it up yet. But the shower was nice. Like I had tons of space. And once I figured out how to get the TV where it wasn't like blasting, when I was on like my PlayStation. That was great. I loved the room. It was fantastic. So this was my second trip to Dave's, and I got like baby back ribs and two meats and a cornbread muffin. That is the only thing that makes this a B. It should be a C, really. Was the pulled pork was still good. And the cheddar sausage was good, and the muffin was good. The ribs sucked, and it was really expensive. Uh, like the sausage was good. Yeah, it's a B. It's like borderline C. It's not. I didn't love it, and like I said, the ribs didn't have much meat on them. They were really tough, in my opinion. It did kind of have a nice flavor, but that was it. This thing was awesome. This was at Over Easy as well. It was a waffle dog. It was like $4, but like delicious. Oh, it was so good. Like I could have just got a couple of those and been happy. Like got like maybe even two or three, and that would have been like $8 or $12, and I would have been full, and it would have like that was the best thing I ate at Over Easy. It was delicious. I really liked that. Sapporo beer B. So I was actually at a Chinese restaurant when I got this before Drunk Shakespeare, kind of like roaming around downtown Phoenix, and there was like it was a, I don't know if it's Chinese or Korean, because like the like tapestry they had on one side of the wall was Korean, but Sapporo is like a Japanese beer, I think, and I ended up getting chicken fried rice, and it was only Mexican people working in the restaurant. Um, Sapporo beer is like it's not a bad beer. It was good. Like it's not something I'd go out of my way to get, but like it was nice. But this rice they made was not good. I don't know if they didn't know the secrets to like how Chinese people make chicken fried rice, but it was not even close. It looked good, but it did not taste the same. The rice was not the same texture or anything. And yeah, it just was not good. I was like, but I mean, yeah, I just don't think they had the secret formula for making chicken fried rice. Like, I know it's American chicken fried rice, the way they make it in the Chinese restaurants, but when Chinese people make it versus the Mexican people in the restaurant I was at, it's completely different flavor. This thing, it was like an orange alcohol drink that I got at the same place with the mimosas. It tasted better than mimosas, but it still didn't really have much alcohol content to it, so we'll put it at a B. And I think it was pretty expensive too. I can't remember what it was, but too expensive for how small it is and not enough alcohol. This was a chicken fried steak at Over Easy, which was actually a bucket list item for me because um, it was featured on, I think it was Guys Diners, Dives and Dash or whatever it is, the Triple D show. And I always wanted to go like to one of those places and get one of these meals, and it's a B. It was like it wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. It's country fried steak. It's there's not much. I mean, the eggs were good on top of it, and the hash browns were pretty solid. But like, there was nothing really special about it. Like, it could be featured on it all it wants to be. It's still country fried steak. It's not any better than anywhere else. I mean, there's not much variability to this. This was from the Crowned Egg. It was the Eggs Benedict. We're gonna give this an A. The only thing that was bad about this, that keeps it from being an S, was the English muffin. The English muffin is like really tough and hard. I really wish they would use a bagel or something a little bit softer or fluffier, because I know they used it to try to like keep it from getting moist and like soggy, I guess, but it was just way too hard. I did not like it at all. But the freaking eggs were great. The hollandaise, I've never had hollandaise before. That was delicious. I really liked that. The hash browns were perfect. They weren't like greasy. Um, this gets an A too. This cotton candy taco. One, the guy working there had to be swamped because it's like you have to do so much to make one of these, and people were getting like these to like try them out and whatnot. And surprisingly, it was amazingly good. The only reason it doesn't get an S is because the M&Ms, like they get cold, and like one of them almost broke my tooth. I'm pretty sure. Everything else on this was like delicious, and I ate the whole thing. But those M&Ms were like dangerous, and they didn't really add much to the taco. The ice cream, the cotton candy ice cream on the cotton candy and all that stuff, it was so, I thought it'd be super rich, but it was actually well balanced. This is the pig outside Famous Dave's. I'm gonna give him an A. The reason why I'm gonna give him an A is because it's 110 out in Arizona, and I was cooking taking this picture, boy. But he was really cute, so I wanted to get a picture. But it was hot. Oh my god, dude, it's so hot. So he about oh man. The thing about Arizona is dry heat. So if you're only out there for like 5 minutes, it's fine. But if you're out there for like 20 to 30 minutes, it's dangerous. Like you're about to pass out. Like I was walking around downtown trying to find a bar because I was thinking downtown, right? There'd be bars everywhere, like other places I've been. No. I walked like 2 miles, didn't find a bar, and I was kind of like panicking because I'm like sweating, I'm dying, I'm like dehydrated, even though I just ate and drank the beer and the Chinese. And then yeah, I had to type in a place and then like walk another mile to get there. And I was cooked, bro. I was sweating so bad. So yeah, the heat in Arizona is no joke. Like I said, it's not bad if you're out because like if you're in a humid place like North Carolina, as soon as you step outside, you're sweating. Arizona, it takes a little bit, but once it hits, it hits. Like you're in danger, bro. Um, this is the Dave's famous chicken, or not Dave's famous chicken, Dave's hot chicken, which is kind of like a fast food place. Um, it had pretty good heat to it, but it had like a really powdery texture to it, which was really weird. And like I said, it's a fast food place. Um, it wasn't really expensive though, which was nice. And the heat was like the hottest heat was like for me that was like a good heat. It wasn't like anything that made me feel like uncomfortable or anything. It was just like a solid heat, so I like that. And the mac and cheese was good, even though it's like a really small one. So this is my rental car, and I really liked it. So I will give it an A because I looked up something that made a lot of sense to me. But if you kind of go into dollar rental and know what's going on, it kind of makes sense. So when I was renting this at first, I had a package deal with the airline where it said like I would get a rental for like zero extra dollars, but I don't think that's true. So that's something I'm not going to do again because like I think the airline, even though they say it's a package deal, didn't know how much the rental car actually would cost. So like whatever I agreed to on the package did not affect the rental whatsoever, except that they reserved a car for me. So like once I got closer to the time where I was going to go pick up the car, that's when I got the price and I actually had to pay for the rental car. So it wasn't zero extra dollars. It was like an actual rental car price. But if I would have booked it separately, it would have been the same thing. I just would have been a little bit more aware of what's going on. I shouldn't have done the package thing through Priceline or whatever I used that booked it with American Airline or whatnot. I should have done American and then done my rental car because that was just confusing. Because it was like, oh, get a rental car for zero extra dollars. And I saw people on Reddit saying the same thing, and they were confused too because they're like, I already did a package, so I wasn't supposed to pay for this. And obviously, it's just that the package people didn't do it right for whatever reason. So originally, I rented a car, and it was an EV that didn't. And then when it like with that package, it didn't say that it wasn't an EV with no AC. But then when I got closer, it said it was an EV without AC. And I was like, oh no, I can't have no AC in Arizona. I don't care if it's dry heat or not. So I upgraded, which was only like $30 more or something like that, to an EV car with AC. And then when I got to the place, the lady was like, you don't want to have an EV car in Arizona because you're going to want to use the AC, which is going to burn out your battery. Even though I did find out later the hotel had like a charging station right there, so it wouldn't matter. But the lady found me a car that was the same exact price as the one I upgraded to, the EV with AC, but was like a way nicer gas car. So she got me like a 2025 Invista Buick, and it was amazing, like the whole time. I didn't get charged for any damage to the car. I put more gas into it than I had in it when it left, so I didn't get any charges whatsoever, which was nice. I got up my whole deposit back. Dollar does keep like a $200 deposit, so be aware of that. So like Dollar was good for me, especially the lady at the desk to get me this car. This wasn't on the website either. If I could have got this from the get-go on the website, where it would have been the same price, I would have just got the Buick Envista. But like when I got there, she told me about the Buick Envista. But my only option originally on the website was a EV with AC, and it didn't really specify the type. So Yeah, it worked out for me. So I give them an A because like they were really good to me, but like the package deal was confusing and all that other stuff. So that keeps it from being an S. But the rental car situation was fine. Like I enjoyed it. I would do it again. I would just do it separate next time. And yeah, this was the sorry, I went on a long rant, but it was a really confusing situation. So maybe that'll be helpful to people if you need to get a rental car while you're flying somewhere. This is a This was from Famous Dave's too. It was a pulled pork cheese melt, and it was delicious. It's actually a lot better than the pulled pork in this like uh baby cute baby back ribs and two meats this thing because like the cheese and the melt just went so well with the pulled pork. It was delicious. And for some reason, my mac and cheese here didn't have like the big chunks of jalapeno that it did down here. Like the mac and cheese down here was not anywhere as good as this one. I don't know what happened in that situation, but like there was just big chunks of jalapeno. And I don't mind jalapeno. I just hate the crunching of it. I hate the texture. This was from First Watch. It was some toast they brought out to me with like an apple jam. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't anything great, but like the apple jam was really good. We'll give it a B. Um, this was a dessert I had at Dave's the first day. This was rich. Honestly, this was more rich than the. Wait, why is the con? Yes, I like that. Oh, the M&Ms. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So I from left to right is better. So yeah, that's right. That's right. Pig goes up here because this was confusing. Um, but yeah, this thing was it was good. It was just really rich. The brownie was like very kind of overwhelming, but the ice cream and all that it all went well together. Um, this was from First Watch as well. The $1 million potatoes was really good. I hate that it had onions in it, but it was really delicious. Like the cheese sauce or whatever they put in the $1 million potatoes was delicious. And then the ham and egg omelet with Gruyere or whatever, I like that a lot too. So that's an A for me. This is the Bluetooth mirror. I know it's a picture of me, but it's Bluetooth mirror S. Uh, we'll put it right. Let's do this. Oh my god, I love that mirror, bro. So like I know you can have a Bluetooth speaker with you while you're in the shower, but this mirror sounded so amazing, bro. It had like the best audio. And like coming out of the shower to like Don't Stop Me Now by Queen in a room that has like an echo anyways because you could shut the door and it was like a glass. Oh, it sounded so amazing. I loved it. And the a great thing about the hotel was is like I never got any noise complaints and you really can't hear the music unless you're like right outside the person's door. So I don't know if the walls are thick or the door's thick or what, but like the music doesn't travel outside the room that I know of. Except for like when you're walking down the hallway, you can actually hear everybody's different types of music, which is really cool actually. I noticed that one morning when I was walking to the car, I could hear like it wasn't super loud. It was just like I could hear the muffled music they were playing on their Bluetooth mirrors. And I didn't hear any in my room, so and I got no complaints blasting my music. And I'm somebody that's like super anxious, so I was kind of timid about that, but like once I didn't get any complaints and I knew other people were doing it, it was fun. I love the Bluetooth mirror. This picture's spending time with Sonic and his fam, which is the main reason I went to Arizona. That was great. Had a fun time. Sonic's been the homie forever. He's like the first person to watch me on Twitch. So yeah, like meeting him in person, everything was a great time. But yeah, that's like a breakdown of all my Arizona. Sorry if I went on like too long a rants on some of these events, but like it was a great trip. The only thing I really regretted was this flight. And this wasn't that big. Actually, this is better than this. The flight was worse, bro. That was the worst. Which usually the flight is. But I really regret being in like the worst section of the plane. That was just such a bad mistake by me. But it was only twice, so that's okay. We made it. But yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys. Like I said, I'm going to catch up on the games I haven't covered yet. I'm going to get back into streaming The Witcher so I can finish that. But thanks for watching as always, guys. Bye!